Good morning, it's Monday. Ignore the face. I didn't want to put any makeup on today and I'm very nasally and full of like hay fever. So I have taken antihistamine, but it takes a while to kick in. So I apologise for the nasally voice this morning. It is 25 to 8. Just come down to make a coffee and then it's work. I'm going to try and not eat so early today. I'm going to try and leave eating for a little bit because I want to look back at some of my old videos. When I was doing Simi World quite successfully, I was tending to push my breakfast back to have more of a brunch, so I'm going to try that, see how that goes for me this week. I don't know if it's a bit of intermittent fasting that helps, or whether it's just that I cut down my meals and therefore my calories by having like one less meal or something, or whether it's just because it gives me flexibility then to snack later. But I'm going to give that a go today, so we'll see how I get on. I got up and I've got a real banging headache. I think it's a mixture of tiredness from doing too much at the weekend, although I didn't do a great deal yesterday, and just the early mornings and late nights and not really sleeping very well. So it's going to be a full-on day today, so I need to take some headache tablets and just get my head into it. So I shall catch you when I have something to eat in a bit. Morning, Una. Come on. This is the day we're having outside. British summertime at its best. Wonderful, really grey, spitting with rain and just milky. I've got some plants over there. I've got some little pinks I need to put into my garden bed, so I'll try and find time to do that as well at some point. I'm not really into gardening, I wish I was, but I did buy those two little pink carnations from Lidl. I need to fill my bed with something because I made a big mistake when we built those beds and I put mint in there, and it just keeps reappearing and spreading out wildfire. I can't get rid of it, so I thought if I put some other plants in there, hopefully it might stop it growing quite so wildly, but I don't know. Perhaps I just need to take all the compost out and start again. The bottom bed where I put the kind of rockery plants, they seem to do really well. I quite like those. So my idea originally was to have rockery stuff at the bottom, then flowers in the middle, and then herbs and veg on the top. But to be honest, we get cats jumping in there and all sorts, and it just puts me off growing anything in it, so I don't know. If anyone has any ideas of what I can do with it, then please let me know in the comments. I'm sure there's some very keen, really good gardeners out there. Like I say, I'm not one of them, so any advice is much appreciated. Anyway, I'm going to get on with doing my coffee, and I shall catch you in a bit. It's 10:55 and my stomach is starting to moan. It's getting hungry, so I'm having a banana and two little easy peelers. It is a really big banana though. Haven't put it into my app yet because I haven't had anything to eat yet, so now I've got the calories, but I'll let you know what it is once I've put it in. So I've put a large banana in and two easy peelers, and it comes to something like 129 calories. So when you have something like this, you realise very quickly why you stop losing weight on Slimming World, because I could eat as many of them as I wanted, and it's actually quite a lot of calories in it. 129 for these two things, well, these three things together, and it's just fruit, so that's all free food. So I'm going to eat this because my stomach's rumbling, and I shall catch you for lunch. Here's my lunch. This is actually quite high in calories. It's 504. I think it's because of the pasta and sauce. So I've got half a small chicken breast, which I've weighed out as 87 grams. I've got lettuce, cucumber, tomatoes, 15 grams of light salad cream, jacket potato, I haven't got any butter on mine, and I've got some leek and ham pasta and sauce. I've got half a packet that's made up, roughly. I think just under half a pack, I counted half a pack. So this comes to 504 calories, so I shall catch you later. Good evening, it is 7:30 and I'm just starting to prep tea. So I decided that tonight we're just going to have cheeseburger pasta that's done in the Instant Pot because it's easier and I can just leave it to it. I've literally just logged off work not long ago, so feeling pretty tired and can't bother to do an awful lot else, so I'm going to just do this. I am really hungry now though. I did go out for a walk just through the town centre with Tom to the bottom and then back up again, so I have not done a huge amount of steps, but I have done some walking. I've done about 5,500. We're supposed to work out, but because I was working late, it's just not worked out that way. So get on with doing tea and I shall just show you what I'm doing. So apologies for this dodgy camera angle, but I've got a new tripod and I still haven't quite worked out how to use it or where to put everything. But basically I've got a big bag of lean steak mince. This is a 5% fat one. It's frozen, but you can use it from frozen. I've got a bag of pasta, which is just a cheap bag from Lidl. I've got a couple of onions. I've got some of the, it's equivalent to like the French's mustard. I think it must be a cheap version. I've got some ketchup. I don't know how well you can see this stuff actually. I've got a few gherkins in here, although there doesn't look like there's many left. It's mainly all the bits and bobs that go in with the gherkins, so I'm hoping there is some in there. You're supposed to have chopped tomatoes and I don't have any, so I'm going to use some passata, and there is some cheese. So basically you fry off the onions first of all in the Instant Pot. No, sorry, you fry off the beef first of all, then you add the onions and fry that off on saute. And then basically you cancel saute, chuck everything else in, and then stick it on. So I shall do that and I shall show you. So I've weighed out 500 grams of the frozen beef, and then I just stuck one of these little clips on top of the bag to put back in the freezer. If you haven't got any of those, they are absolute godsend. They're from Home Bargains, and then you get a pack of quite a few different sizes. Definitely recommend those. So the beef is now in the Instant Pot, and I'm just going to switch it on to saute, which is this one here on mine. Now normally I would have put stuff in after it's got hot, but because I wanted to weigh the meat out of that big bag, if I've got a pre-proportioned sort of like pack of meat from the butcher's or from the supermarket, I'll put this on to heat up first, but because I've done it this way round, I thought I'll just stick it on this way. I'm not adding any fat to it anyway, so just got to make sure it doesn't burn. I'm just going to chop my onions up now so they're ready to go into. Now that most of the meat's browned and the onions softened slightly, it doesn't matter if there's a couple of bits of pink in there because it's going to go on high pressure anyway. So next you add in 2 cups of water. This is just normal cold water, just to try and deglaze the bottom of the pot, because the only problem I've got with the Instant Pot is if anything sticks to the bottom, you get the dreaded burn notice, and then it just doesn't come to pressure. So that's switched off of satin now. So next I'm adding in a whole bag of pasta. Try and press the pasta into the water, just to try and get it under water. There isn't enough water in there, but I'm putting some tomato over the top, so that should help. So next I'm adding in 500 grams of passata. So the important thing with the Instant Pot is that you always add tomato based products on the top, because otherwise tomato does have a habit of burning. Now I do think that I need a little bit more water in there, so I'm going to just put some into the container. I'll put some water into the container, give it a shake, and then I'll put it in. And again, I'm going to try and just make sure that all the pasta is kind of covered. So next you add in your gherkin. Here's my gherkin. I don't think I've really got enough for how much pasta I've got, but it'll give enough flavour, it'll be fine. So I'm just going to chuck that all in, like so. Next I've got to add in the mustard and the ketchup. So it's 2 tablespoons of tomato ketchup,
I'm actually going to put 3 in just because of the amount of pasta I've put in, because I've doubled the pasta in here. Next, add in the same amount of the mustard. Season with salt and pepper. Just going to stir that top bit to try and get that all combined. But it's important not to let the tomato really stir to the bottom. So I'm just literally stirring the top bit. I think I'm following a recipe, but I think in an ideal world you'd mix all your ingredients, your tomato and everything, and then tip it in. And then you put the lid on. Make sure the valve is set to sealing at the back. I don't know if you can see the valve, but it's just there. And then you just put it on. So pasta takes 4 minutes, and obviously the meat was almost cooked. So if you pressure cook, and then you just change it to 4 minutes, and then leave it, and then eventually it'll come on. There you go, it's on, and then you just leave it to get to pressure. It takes about 12 to 14 minutes to get to pressure, and then it'll have 4 minutes to cook, and then you quick release and it's done. So here's the finished pasta. Sorry if you can hear the beeping, that's my dishwasher. I've just stirred in 150 grams of the Aldi Essential Grated Cheddar, which is this one. And this comes to, if this serves 6 people, which I think it will do because it's quite a big pot of food here, this will come to 553 calories. I'll put a photo of the app on screen. The only thing is you can't quite see all the ingredients, but you can see most of them, you can see the total at the bottom. I don't want to have to do the scrolling thing, so you'll just have to trust me that I'm telling the truth as to what's gone in it. But 553 calories, and I'm probably going to have mine with some salad, so I'll probably just show you when I've dished it out. Here's my finished dinner. So I weighed out a portion and it was about 600 grams that I've had, but I can't remember the amount of the total weight because I weighed it including the Instant Pot. So I can't really work out the exact weight based on how much I've put out, but all of the menfolk have had a full plate full, and there's still probably 2 servings left in the pot. So I know that a 1/6 is more than covering the amount I've got here, and obviously I've filled half my plate with salad. So the actual portion for a 1/6 I think is something like 553 calories. So like I say, I've more than covered it I think with the amount I've got here. And I haven't calculated the lettuce, tomato and cucumber yet, but I've still got 200 and something calories left. Might have something for pudding, might not, haven't decided yet. But I'm going to eat this now, it's 8:45, I'm absolutely starving. And I shall catch you probably tomorrow for the next one. I'll probably update on screen if I edit and put a photo in or something, but this is probably the last clip you'll see of me tonight. I'm going to try and edit a video if I can and get it uploaded so that I'm putting more content up. I feel quite motivated at the moment, so today has been a good day from a food point of view, even though work hasn't been great. So long may it continue, and I shall see you again tomorrow. Oh, if you haven't subscribed already, if you could subscribe to the channel, that will really help me know that you're interested in what I'm putting on. And obviously comment, because I love to read comments and I'll reply to every comment that I possibly can if I see it. And obviously like the video if you like it. If you don't, then don't. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you again next time. Bye.